Hi everyone, welcome to our Teco YouTube channel. We received some requests how to change a liquid filter dryer, and today we're going to show you how to do. To change the liquid filter cartridge, you need the following tools. You need a ratchet with a 17mm nut. You need a refrigeration ratchet, some screwdrivers, an adapter from 7/16 inch to 5/8 inch, some gaskets, a torque wrench, a heat gun, gauge manifold, the filter cartridge, a vacuum pump, some cleaning rags, and of course a helmet and some safety goggles. And of course you need an adjustable wrench. First of all, we need to remove the insulation. We have to open the cap. Make sure that you remove the gasket. We have to use the new copper gasket. We have to mount the adapter. You have to loosen the stuffing box a bit. You have to connect your hose. And then you are evacuating your hose completely, and then you're opening the service valve. Now we have evacuated our hose. Now we have to open the service valve and have to check the pressure inside of the gauge. Okay, now we have to close the valve between the liquid receiver and the housing of the filter dryer by opening the cap. The mark on the ball valve has to point to the higher pressure, so I have to turn this clockwise in this case. Now the refrigerant inside of the liquid line is going through the expansion valves and the evaporator, and the system is pumping down automatically. We have to make sure that we are not overfilling our liquid receiver by checking the high level sensor, or if we don't have a high level sensor, we have to check the side glass, which is there instead. After the shutdown is complete, we have to check our gauge. Here in this case we have 10 bar, which is perfect. Okay, so now we have to close our valves in the direction to the cabinets, and in this case we have a post-injection valve, so we have to close this ball valve, and if you have any additional connections inside of that area we now closed, you have to close all these valves properly. Now it's time to release the pressure of the system. So in this case we connected our hose to an exhaust ventilation, and we open the valve slowly. To relieve all the pressure which is stuck inside of the cartridge. Okay, now we have to demount our hose and open all the screws except of two. Okay, now we open the last two screws. The reason why we left them until the end is the cartridge itself is spring loaded, so you have to be carefully opening both screws. And now you can see some dry ice inside here, so we can remove it. We have to remove the cartridge itself. Here it's also a little bit dry iced. To avoid humidity from condensating inside all of our parts, we have to heat them up with our heat gun. So we have to heat up the housing of the cartridge itself, the cover and the spring. Now we have to disassemble the cartridge. We have to loosen the upper plastic part, remove the cartridge, and don't forget the gasket inside of the cover. Now we have to heat all parts that it reach ambient temperature, and we don't have any humidity condensating it all of the parts. Now we have to dry our components with the cleaning rag. Now when all of our parts are dry and clean, we have to open the new cartridge. Take the cartridge and the gaskets. We have to mount the filter inside of the cartridge, so we use the gasket first. Then this conical part has to go to the bottom. We have our upper gasket, the cover, and the screw. We have to mount a new gasket inside of the cover of the housing. Put the cartridge inside. We use the spring. Take care of the right position of the spring and the gasket. Now we have to tighten the screws with our torque wrench. You have to look inside of our manual what is the correct torque for the screw. In our case it's 50 Newton meters, and I will set the torque wrench to this corresponding value. Now we are tightening the screws in star pattern. Now we have to connect our hose to the filter dryer. The other side we already mounted our vacuum pump. And we start to vacuum the filter system. Okay, if we reached our final pressure threshold, we close the valve, stop the vacuum pump, and open the ball valve in the direction to the cabinet. We have to open the ball valve slowly, that the pressure inside of the housing is increasing above the triple point pressure. After we reached our designated pressure, we have to demount our gauge set by closing the service valve and releasing the pressure through a safe exhaust ventilation. Then we can tighten the bushing and remove the hose. We have to demount our adapter, remove the gasket, and mount the blocking nut. And this time you can also mount the cap of the service valve. And put the insulation back on. Now it's time to open the liquid line to the receiver. You have to open slowly because the liquid refrigerant is going inside of the housing. And then it's time to switch on the cabinets and reach a stable condition of the rack. After the rack reached stable conditions, we have to open our last valves. Here for the post injection, and put our caps on all the valves we closed. Now our system has a brand new liquid filter dryer. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel.